Hello everyone, this is Mary at Muscles in Motion here to answer your Principles of Fitness questions for this month. So let's get right into them. The first question we had is, why do I feel nauseated after my workout? So a common question, something I've heard several times from people, and there is a handful of things we want to look at to try and avoid that nauseated feeling. Not abnormal, but there's some things we can do, kind of manipulate to try and avoid that. So the first being how we come into our workout prepared in terms of how much water we've had and how much food we had. So the reason we are actually getting nauseated during our workout or sometimes after our workout is that as we're working hard with our muscles, all of our blood is flowing to those muscles. So say I'm doing the leg press, all of my blood is shunting away from my digestive system, away from my upper body, down to those legs, to help those muscles fire, to get oxygen to those muscles, all the nutrients it needs. And when we pull that blood away from our digestive system, say if my stomach's still working on digesting something, I might not feel so hot because my body is not able to continue to do that. And that effect continues after our workout. So a couple things we can do to help that is affecting what we have coming into our workout. So say you feel like you didn't drink enough water that day before your workout. Not the best idea to just get as much water in your system as you can, because that's not necessarily going to benefit you. So having small quantities of water in small amounts throughout your workout. We want to make sure you're adequately hydrated, but use your morning before your workout or the day ahead to continue to hydrate. So you're maintaining that hydration, not trying to get it all at once, okay? So that too much liquid in our stomachs can get that feeling. And the same idea with food. So if I eat a huge meal before my workout and all that blood flows away, that can cause somewhat of that nauseated feeling. So having that small snack, and toy a little bit with that window for your workout. It's a little different for each person. Some people, an hour before is an adequate amount of time for them to sort of digest that food, feel good, be able to give it all at their workout and not feel nauseated. Some people need a little more time. So do a little experimenting, see what fits best with you. Talk to your trainer about, okay, maybe I ate a little closer to my workout today. I want to see how I feel in this first bit. The one other thing I can maybe give you as a tip to try and help avoid this feeling is to avoid high-fat foods as your snack before workout. And the reason I say that is fats take longer to digest and have our body break down, so more likely to be lingering in our stomach. Our body's not able to digest that. So sticking more with protein, carbohydrate, heavy foods as our snack before the workout or a meal before a workout may benefit you in avoiding that nauseated feeling. So that's kind of the main key ways to avoid that. Our second question that we had come in is, how much protein should I consume each day to maintain or build muscle tissue? So this is sort of a numbers heavy answer. So I have an example here for you to kind of talk you through what that looks like. So if we're talking about minimums of what your body needs to maintain its daily functions, what your organs need to function, these are the numbers we're talking about. So 0.8 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight. So not a lot of us know our weight in terms of kilograms. So if we're looking at that in terms of pounds, we've got 0.36 grams of protein per pound of body weight. So that's our minimums. That's what our body absolutely needs. But if we're in here working hard, wanting to build muscle or maintain the muscle we've put on, we're going to talk about a little bit different of range. So coming down here, we've got 1.2 to 1.7 grams of protein per kilogram body weight. So this is what American Academy of Sports Medicine recommends in terms of being able to maintain, build that muscle tissue. It's closer to this range in terms of grams of protein. So when we break that in terms of protein per pound, we're looking at 0.5 to 0.8 grams of protein per body weight. And I've got examples here to kind of explain, okay, so I've got these numbers, how do I actually determine that for my body? So say we have a 75 kilogram individual, so that's about 165 pounds. And so when we take this number and multiply it by our range in terms of grams of protein we need, we land 75 grams to 128 approximately of protein per day. Okay, so that gives us a number. If we're talking about calories, there's about 4 calories per gram of protein. So 300 to 512 calories per day of protein. So that gives us a little bit better perspective on that. So in all of these examples, we use body weight, but that can be a little bit skewed. We've talked a lot about body composition. So if we have a high fat content, low muscle content, do I still use my body weight? If I'm all muscle tissue and low amount of fat, do I still use my body weight? So that's also a good question, and I just want to clarify that this would be a good opportunity to do an in-body assessment if we're looking at how much protein we want to consume, because what we're really fueling is that lean body mass, our muscle tissue, our skeletal muscle, our organs. These are what's actually utilizing that protein to rebuild the breakdown that we've caused during our workout, fuel new muscle tissue. So when we're trying to determine this, talk to your trainer about potentially doing an in-body to get a little more accurate data in terms of how much, for you specifically, protein you should be consuming per day. And with all of these questions, feel free to talk to your trainer about more clarity in terms of your individual specific needs for these questions. These are kind of general answers to each of these, but we want to be able to tailor these in terms of what's going on with you and your body and your fitness program. So always feel free to reach out to us. And continue to write down these awesome questions on your way out of the gym. We love answering these, and we'll get back to it in our next Principles of Fitness.